Welcome back. Welcome back to Newspapers with bebe. In December 5th, 2008, Ballard Talisman newspaper edition, I came out to the world. And very few people have even noticed at all. Oh well. They really didn't like me in that newspaper class. Even afterwards, even fewer people talked to me. Like, it was really weird. Like, maybe they thought they would get it from me, or that I'd be annoying to them, which I kind of already was annoying to them. But I said, speaking the truth, autism behind my eyes. There's me. When the word autism comes to mind, some people may think of kids who flap their hands, make nonverbal, incoherent noises, and throw temper tantrums in public places. But that is not the case of every person who lives with a neurological disorder that affects every 1 in 150 people, not just children, worldwide. As the saying goes, no two minds are alike. The same rule applies to autism. No two autistic people are alike. After asking numerous students what they think autism is, I was appalled by their responses. I often wonder if people want to learn more about learning disabilities and how they would respond. Some of the responses I got were direct, clear answers, and others were vague. A few examples are a disorder where a person has abilities that make them talented, a disease that you're born with that makes you mentally retarded, and a learning disability that makes it difficult to recognize facial expressions. The last one is on point. And these were just a few of the detailed answers I received. A plethora of absurd, vague answers and derogatory remarks remain in my reporter's notebook as they are far too offensive and profane to be published. Now, it may seem like it to most people, but I myself have autism. I have a high-functioning form of the mental disability. I guess so. I should have said developmental, but 13 years ago. What can you do? There are many different levels of autism. They are known as high-functioning, mild, and low-functioning. Each level of autism has its own ups and downs, as well as a separate list of symptoms depending on the severity. My experiences with autism throughout my life have been rough. I've been down some bumpy roads, jumped over hurdles, and I've even overcome great obstacles to where I am in life now, in mainstream education with only one special education class. So I embellished a little bit. One struggle in my life is something that is neurologically impossible for me to overcome. I have extremely sensitive hearing. If there is a noise that is bothering me or it is repetitive, I will try to make it stop. If a person is making repetitive noises or movements such as a constant throat clearing or flicking or tapping a pencil, among many other things, I will ask them to stop, and that's when they realize I'm different than they are in a lot of ways. Sometimes I'm allowed to listen to my iPod in class or just keep my earbuds in my ears. But when I'm not allowed to do either one, it is very difficult for me to focus on anything at all if there are noises or actions that are disturbing me. Autism isn't always something to joke about, because you could offend someone or even lose a friend for judging them based on their behavior. It's not cool to call people retards either. That kind of speech is not only politically incorrect and can be categorized by state law as harassment, but it is just plain wrong. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed to tell the truth to my entire school. There's nothing wrong with wanting to open up. In fact, I'm proud of my life and of who I am. And apparently I used autismspeaks.org as my kind of visits? Oh, visist. Oh, there's a typing error. Oh well, I wasn't the one who, I don't know. I added that link apparently. Anyways, respect. Find out what it means two talisman members respect teachers. Okay, so this guy was one of the editors of the newspaper. So was this guy. And so was this guy. And, me, I was just a nobody. Nobody who raised her hand a lot and wanted to contribute to ideas, but people like this guy and that guy would often skip over me when it came to rearranging our desks in the classroom in a big circle so everyone could get a chance to talk, and everyone would skip over me. I would stand up sometimes and interrupt the person next over on my left or on my right after I would get skipped, and I said, "Excuse me, you skipped me. I need to talk. I want to share my opinion." And a few times they tried to shut me down, and a few times they did shut me down. Just like weekly meetings. And sometimes the teacher, he just sat there like a brick wall, not caring, not giving a shit, like a dead clunker car with no engine, sitting in your front yard, just sitting there, not doing anything, and he just let it happen. Shitty teacher. That wasn't fair. And then there's this guy right here who was trying to make an article about respect. Yeah, he had no respect. And he sometimes laughed at me when I got skipped over, or sniggered, or he snickered, or he chuckled, or he guffawed. He was kind of like a Crabbe and Goyle of Harry Potter. He was like Crabbe and Goyle combined. He wasn't very smart. His mom was actually one of the reading resource teachers at my grade school. And he went somewhere else for grade school. But his mom was smart. And let me tell you, he wasn't. So, yeah. When you preach respect, and you don't respect someone in your own newspaper members, you got a long way to go. Even in high school, you're a hypocrite. Anyways, so I've covered all 3 articles from my newspaper. And that's it. And those are some of the comics. Basically, respect people. And if you're in school and you have weekly meetings in your classroom where everyone pulls their desk in a circle and everyone gets a chance to talk, make sure that every single person gets a chance to talk. And no one gets skipped. Because when you try to preach respect later that week and how important it is to respect everyone, someone's going to call you out on your shit about how you kept on skipping over them in a weekly meeting. Actually, you know what, Taylor Rubright? Stop. Stop disrespecting. And everyone who disrespects someone else's opinions just because they open their mouth, stop. Stop, think, and let other people talk. This is YouTube. I can talk. I'm not getting shut down by anyone. No one is skipping me this time. No one. My voice counts just as much as yours does. Thank you, and have a great day.